What is going on, snipers? Naeem Al-Obeidi here. I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful day. If you're watching this video after it's posted, this is a live stream. So we're going to be taking questions. We're going to be answering people's questions. We're going to look at all of these coins as well throughout the live stream. But feel free to use the 1.5x down below if you want to speed through this video just a little bit, guys, because I know that you guys see this after it's published and it's obviously a super long video. But let's go ahead and just get started here today and just kind of start talking about the market's health. I really want to look at all of these coins today. The type of movements we're seeing, what's correlating with Bitcoin's price movement going upwards, what's not correlating with Bitcoin, as well as teaching you guys EMAs, which is exponential moving averages, because this is actually how I predicted yesterday's Bitcoin surge and was able to profit off of that. If you guys are a Patreon, you guys know I actually posted that at like 5:32 a.m. or something on the Patreon chat to let you guys know. But what is up, Bacardi Man? What's up, DigiClear? What's up, Richard? Son Dickens? Veer, Ali, Nadeem, Karen Deep, Mary. What's up, Raymond? What is up, DG Clear? What's up, VXP? Moscow, Don, Brandon, Steve. Good to see you guys. Jarol, Veer, David, Kang. Good to have you guys. What is going on, guys? Chris is here. Kevin is here. Let's go ahead and dive right into Bitcoin really quick, guys. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about Bitcoin's price movement. What is happening with Bitcoin? We are seeing the price move up now. So very simple, guys. We saw this parabolic rise in price over the past couple of months. And periodically, when you see these parabolic rises, you see these instant corrections, right? And when I say instant, it's because it happens within a couple of days, right? Don't you guys notice that? Say yes in the chat. It happens pretty fast, right? These corrections just kind of come at you like that, almost in a snap of a finger. What's up, Justin? What's up, Bruce? What's up, Steve? Brian Holmes? Julio? Joey? Hi, Naeem. Hello. Good to have you. Mike Piefer said, I'm all on Verge and Tron to the moon. Somebody said, Kevin Yang said, PoE is going to be big. I hear that a lot, just to be honest with you. Jordan Henry said, XRP Amazon thought they need to make an announcement by the end of the fourth quarter, Amazon or Coinbase. Interesting. Yeah, I think there's a lot. Have you guys seen the new news on our Discord? We actually have this new, check this out, guys. If you guys are new to this channel, this is a free resource open and available to all of you guys to actually chat and just stay in touch with me and the community, and you guys can do voice chats like Skype and stuff. But we actually just added this new news bot here. So if you go to the crypto news section, this is actually updating you on a lot of the news that is current. They talked a lot about Verge and Tron today. I saw some McAfee news, talked about IOTA, talked about Redcoin, Alibaba. They did talk about Ripple, Amazon, Binance, Coin of the Month. So this is a very interesting bot that I actually added on here because all the news is pretty relevant to what we're talking about in the chat rooms as well, which is really cool about that specific bot. So Torrin said, we love Sniper in Iraq. That is funny. So let's go ahead and take some requests, guys. We'll look at Bitcoin as well, but let's go ahead and take some requests on YouTube. So which requests do you guys want to see first? Which coins do you guys want to check out? Let's go ahead and see. Jason said, my wife wants me to go to bed. Everybody's saying, I need your opinion on Verge. Michael said, your channel rocks. Thank you, Michael Morton. Good to have you, brother. I'd love to see you on our Discord. Hello from Daytona Beach, practically neighbors. Yeah, Tom Clow. I might be doing an Orlando meetup soon. I'll definitely make you guys aware on our Discord. So, all right, Verge. I see a lot of Verge. I see OMG, DGB, Dent, Dogecoin. My mods corrected me today. TRX. Love you, Naeem. Love you too, Musa. Thank you. Tell me about the fork happening on December 28th. Okay, let's talk about the fork really quick. How about that? And then we'll go into Verge. And then I'm so sporadic that I don't want to plan anything ahead of that right now. So let's talk about the Bitcoin fork just for a second here. So the Bitcoin fork, what is that going to do? Everybody's talking about SegWit 2x. You know, does that have to do with the price increasing? Is that really going to affect a lot of things? At the end of the day, I just don't think, and I think you guys will agree with me, I don't think you have a ton of people on the sidelines just sitting there like waiting for SegWit 2x to be released. Like, I don't know if you guys could agree or see my perspective on this, but I just don't feel like there's many people just sitting there like, okay, as soon as SegWit 2x is out, I'm all in on Bitcoin. I'm going to go to the moon with Bitcoin. Like, I just feel like if somebody was, you know, had any sort of vulgar interest in Bitcoin, they would have already invested. Do you guys agree or do you disagree? Let's go ahead and see. Stephen White said, sell your wife for coins. That's not good. What's up, Wolfgang Music? Good to have you. Sweet, I live in Heathrow. That's a really nice neighborhood, David. I was in Heathrow the other day. One of my mentors actually lives there. How many Floridians are in here? That's awesome. I was right there. Lake Mary, Heathrow, Altamont. I'm always in that area. That's awesome. Can you turn the music down? Yeah, I'll put it down just a little bit, but maybe the guy's wife is enjoying the music while he's enjoying the crypto talk. I'm just kidding. Everybody, Julio Torres said agree. Awesome. Everybody's saying agree. Lars Mapstead said free airdrop coins are sweet. Interesting. FireClan said news in general hypes people though. I agree. No, for sure. I think I agree a lot with what that comment just said. So the news in general does hype people up. That's for sure. Is that what's leading to this growth in Bitcoin? To be honest with you, it definitely could be influencing it. I think it's so funny that Bitcoin always ends up like in these moments where it's perfect timing. So, for example, when we hit 10,000, I don't know if you guys remember, when we hit 10,000, it was like the perfect time to hit 10,000 because as soon as we hit the 10,000, which was a big even, everybody was expecting, you know, at least I was expecting a correction at 10,000. We passed right through it, and I think it was because of timing. It was just a good time to hit that level because of all of the potential market that was yet to come to the marketplace. You know, we were just at, I think, $200–300 billion in total market cap. And we were just, you know, it was a perfect time to hit that level. And I think Segwit 2X has come at a perfect time as well, because as you can see, we hit this bottom here around $1,243, $1,201 roughly. And that was pretty much where the 50-day moving average was as well. And as soon as we hit that, we went back up into pricing and we ended up seeing some resistance around 15,635. A little bit of consolidation, which is normal, not below this level, of course. And then we saw this channel form. It broke out. And this was all, in my opinion, in part to do with the Segwit 2X news, but more so the fact that people realized, okay, Bitcoin has formed support at the correct levels and the healthy levels that it's supposed to form support at. Because at the end of the day, Bitcoin has never had a support level of, what, $14,000. I mean, it went through $14,000, but it never found support at $14,000. So for us to find support at this level shows that obviously the market is still entrusting Bitcoin. It's still believing in Bitcoin. And I can actually show you guys exactly how I was able to trace this price movement upwards at around 5 a.m. before we saw it go to 16,000 when it was around 13.5. Do you guys want to know how I did that? Say yes in the chat if you guys want to know what indicator I used to actually look at that, because I actually had my full chart open at that time. I didn't have just my RSI and my volume, and there was just one indicator that I saw and I was like, oh my gosh, that is huge. It hasn't done that in a while. Mark Mene said yes. Carolina Longo said yes. Longo or Longo? Musa said yes. Eric said yes. FireClan Marvin, yes. Juicebox says duh. That's funny. Dave McMurdo said of course. Maladi93 said yes. Alright, if you guys want me to share it, like this video right now. Let's see how many likes we can get. Let's see if it shoots up. If you guys want me to share the secret, like this video right now. Oh my gosh, look at the likes. They just flew through the roof. That is hilarious. Okay, guys, I guess we have to show it now then. Okay, that is crazy. Every time we do that, the likes just like, it's like a Falcon 9 rocket. Woo! So, check this out, guys. There is an indicator here. I'm actually talking to a developer right now, and I'll show you exactly what it is. If you go to Insert Indicator, by the way, this is TradingView. It's in the description of this video if you guys want to ever access this type of chart pattern. And I highly recommend it. It couples really well with our Trading 101 tab here in our Discord. So if you go to Tools and click Trading 101, this couples extremely well with it because you can see all of these patterns and start to really become a little bit more of an advanced trader. You know, it does take time. I think it took me about, I'd say it took me a good year to really feel like I was confident with my trading ability. After the first year, I think that's when I was more so intentional with my trades rather than trying to experiment with my trades. Like, do you guys ever feel like you're experimenting with your trades? You know, I was at a point where sometimes I would experiment in certain ways. Like, I would say, okay, we found support here. Now the channel is moving down a little bit. Maybe this is a temporary movement downwards. Let me buy in at this price point, and then that would go really bad, and I would lose a lot of money because we never found true support. So, Juicebox said all the time. Coach K, every time. Mohammed said double bottom. Told you guys, and a little wink. So yes, what's double bottom? Double bottom is when you see the price go in and out of less than 30 RSI at the same exact time. So I'm pretty sure we have a double top here. We have a triple bottom here. You guys can actually see what a triple bottom looks like here. So this is a triple bottom right over here. And you see that it says there's a downtrend followed by a first bottom. Typically when it hits the bottom, I'll even show you a good example here with Bitcoin. So we'll pull up this indicator in just a second, but this is pretty much where Bitcoin hit bottom. So when you want to look at what is the bottom, you want to look at supply and demand. So a good way to look at that is to look at the relative strength index. Actually, I have favorites here. So the relative strength index right here is a good indicator of supply and demand. And when you pull up the relative strength index, what you'll find, let's go ahead and oh, I thought it already upgraded. Let me see if this is going to work. Okay, that should work. So here's the RSI in the bottom. This is called the Relative Strength Index. As you can see, this was a triple bottom right here because look in this bottom left-hand side. I can expand this RSI chart here for you so you can have an understanding. This is very important. I would always have an RSI. If I'm trading, I have my RSI, my MACD, my Fibonacci retracement, my volume. I have my EMA open. I have a lot of different indicators open because as you get better at trading, this is what I did personally. First, I got really good at the RSI. Then I got really good at the MACD. Then I got really good at the volume levels. And then I got really good at the EMA levels. Then I got really good at the Fibonacci retracement. And then now I can look at all of them at the same time. And I've just gotten so good at each one of them that it all kind of couples together and is almost like an indicator that's in unison within my trading abilities. And that's what you want to be. You want to be in unison with your trading capabilities. So as you can see with this RSI, it did hit under 30 3 times, went back into the healthy RSI levels, went back down, healthy RSI is back down. This is an indicator that you've hit a bottom, and that's exactly what happened with Bitcoin. We hit bottom here, and as you can see, it never went under 30 RSI. It did minor, levels down here, but for the most part, it was over that level. So this was a clear indication that we hit bottom. So does that help out a little bit, guys, understanding when we hit bottom? Because that can be very important when you're trading and you see a correction and you want to know, okay, when is this correction going to stop? Is this going to continue to go? So that's what, in my opinion, it's important for. Go ahead and move this volume back up there. So let me teach you guys something really quick that I haven't talked about on this live stream ever before. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little special treat here, a little gift. Let me pop myself back up here for you guys. So yesterday, I pretty much sent a message to our Patreons. By the way, if you are a Patreon, we are going to be doing a debut live stream. It's going to be a private live stream for all of our Patreons very soon, sometime this week. As soon as the equipment is here at the house, I actually ordered everything already. Not everything, but I ordered most of it. So we're going to have all new equipment. We're going to do a private live stream for you guys. And then all of the rewards, the trade alerts, and all of the extra rewards, depending on what tier you're on, like the portfolio reviews, we're still working on that system. It's really highly dependent on me getting my new system as well so that I can actually code it and ensure that we do it right, because I want you guys to be able to go to a website and submit your portfolios for those of you that did the portfolio review, because I think I'm pretty sure we sold out of that already. I haven't been keeping track. I have people managing a lot of the stuff for me. But last time I checked, we had 2, and then I think we increased it, and then I think the last time I checked, we had 2 left, 2 spots left. So we're going to have a website where you guys can actually submit your stuff this is just this is still blueprint, but this is pretty much what I'm thinking is going to happen. We're going to have a website where you can submit your stuff, and then for the trade alerts, of course, it's going to just be through email alert, but you'll get that in a specific format, and I'm still figuring out what format I want to provide that in so you guys can understand it, because my trading charts are so advanced that it might be a little bit hard for you guys to understand it. Like, if you add a lot of indicators to these charts, it gets really confusing. I'm sure you guys have seen charts like that. The majority of charts that you see are pretty confusing. So, we're definitely going to be releasing that soon. And of course, for the top coins of the week newsletter as well, we're still formatting that in the best way possible to make sure that you guys can understand that. Mohammed Noor said, where are you from, bro? I'm here in Orlando, Florida. My parents are from the Middle East in Iraq, and both of my parents were there. They moved to LA. They started a falafel restaurant in LA, and then we moved out to Florida just because of, you know, weather and family. So we missed the whiteboard, Coach K. We got to get back on the whiteboard. So let me teach you guys something real quick. Grab your pen and papers. Have your thinking hat on right now. We're going to talk a little bit technical. I do want to start teaching the more advanced traders, and this is also for beginners if you're a beginner, but it's a very simple, you know, technique that I'm going to show you guys that I use. I figured that it was so simple that, you know, it wouldn't be hard to teach it, and it also wouldn't be hard to understand it. So that's why I want to show you guys. Cool, bro. Please, how do I join private live, Mohammed? Go to the link in the description below. It's a patreon.com/snipers, and then you go there, you can see exactly how to do it. And then make sure you're on our Discord so you can connect your Discord to the Patreon. So let's go ahead. Somebody said, thinking hat equipped, hit me. That's funny, Steve. Talk about Ember coin. Okay, never heard of that one. So this is pretty much what we're going to talk about. It's called EMA. It's the exponential moving average. So if we pull this up here, you go to insert indicators. I'm actually talking to the developer of this EMA, which is the crypto adjusted exponential moving average. You can see it's locked. I'm actually talking to him to get some exclusive offers for anybody that is in the Snipers Tubes community to get this indicator, because there are certain indicators on these charts that are, you know, that are custom built with custom different, like the cool thing about this one is it's actually using the top coins with the largest market cap. So when you look at the top coins, you go to coinmarketcap.com. There are a specified amount of top coins here, and pretty much what it utilizes is all of the market caps. I think it's for the top 7, which is really important when looking at the exponential moving average. So yeah, it takes the top 7. So it goes from Bitcoin, it's maybe more or less, but Bitcoin to Cardano, which are all over $10 billion in market cap, which make up the majority of the market, which is at around 600 billion. He takes all of that and he actually incorporates that and creates the exponential moving average based upon that level. So he is going to have, hopefully we can cut a special deal for all of you guys to be able to get this tool as well, because there are certain indicators that are locked. You have to have exclusive access either by like paying for it or just having the rights to get it. So I'm going to try my best to get it for all of you guys, and then if not, then we'll just have to use the normal moving average exponential. So this is pretty much how the moving average exponential looks. It's typically going to be right behind the candlesticks, and there's 3 ways that you can see this actually occur. It's either going to be the candlesticks are either going to be below, overlapping, or bouncing off of the EMA. And this is what I want to keep this very simple for the newest traders. If you see the EMA is below the candlestick and the candlesticks are bouncing off of the EMA, that is a very good sign that the price is about to increase in price. And I'll tell you exactly why. So I was watching the EMA. I had all my indicators open, and EMA, we were always under it. The EMA was always, it was either overlapping. We never really bounced. Here was a small bounce, but then we immediately declined. But for the most part, we were always either on top of the EMA, we were under the EMA. Maybe we'd overlap it a little bit. Here, obviously, we had that huge increase, which was good. And you can see it was always above the EMA. So here's a good example here. As this price increased, you can see how it was above the EMA when it increased. So are you guys getting this with me? Do you see how this candlestick jumped across on top of the EMA and it bounced on top, overlap, bounce, bounce, bounce. bounce, bounce. This is all bouncing, went under, bounced again, and then continued to rally up. You guys understanding this a little bit? Are you with me? Say yes in the chat. I want to make sure you guys are understanding EMA, exponential moving average. Have your pen and paper ready. It's the exponential moving average. Yes, Neil said the technical analysis on this channel is so great. Yes, it is. Please repeat. Yes, yes, yes. Got it. Dan O'Brien, yes, 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 yes. Every time you say bounce, I twerk. Drew Maggie said, every time you say bounce, I twerk. Are you kidding me? Hunter said pen and paper. Jason Rod says, please repeat. All right. I love your channel knowledge, brother. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Saruba Gomi. I'm your C+ student. More advanced technical analysis, please. Fire Clan. Well, you're going to have to get into our private chats, Fire Clan, if you want to talk a little bit more advanced, brother. You know, there's just a lot of new people on these live streams that we just can't get into advanced things or else we'll lose the viewers. I mean, that's the truth. You guys are here because it's basic. I mean, the most messages I get is, hey, Naeem, or the most gratitude type of messages I get is, hey, Naeem, thank you for teaching the basics because nobody does. And, you know, I'm going to continue to do that no matter what. Sometimes it's hard for advanced traders to think about the basics. So anyway, so as you can see, you don't see any true price action around this level here. You don't really see the, this level here. You don't see the EMA really, you know, acting as a support for the candlesticks. And that's kind of what it is. It's the EMA acting. So there's something to write down. What does it mean when the EMA is under the candlesticks and the candlesticks are bouncing on top of the EMA? It's pretty much, in layman's terms, that the EMA is now acting as a support, and that's the exponential moving average, right? So that's the average, and it's bouncing off of the average, and it's on top. What does that mean? Okay, well, that pretty much means, what is an average? The average is the mean of a sum of numbers. And when you look at the mean of a sum of numbers, when you look at what is the average on top, if you're on top of the average, that means you're obviously in the upper percentile and you're starting to move upwards. So that's kind of like the layman's definition. That's why it indicates price movement. And then this is what I saw yesterday. I was looking at the chart right around here. As you can see, around 16 o'clock, which was pretty much 5 a.m., at least the time that I was in, I saw this bounce up. And as soon as I saw this, I was like, man, I haven't seen that in a while. And then I waited to see, all right, is this going to continue to bounce? And then I started seeing these green candlesticks start forming these levels on top of the EMA. And I was like, okay, this is getting interesting. And then we saw some consolidation. At this point, I was watching the RSI as well. I was watching the volume. The volume was moderate. And then as it dropped back down, I continued to watch it. And then this is really where action started taking place. It was right over here where you see it, just that huge candlestick. And then the EMA kind of, it notches itself upwards. And one good way to predict a possible price breakout is to see that the EMA continues to just kind of fluctuate between being overlapping on the candlestick or becoming under the candlestick where you see it bouncing. So if you see that fluctuation, you can assume, it's safe to assume, okay, this price isn't just going down. There's more upside than downside here. There's more ascending indicators than descending indicators. So pretty much as you can see here, it bounces up, and this is where I knew. I said, okay, this is where we're going to see price movement. This is still pretty low, guys. I mean, this is still at 14,100. This right here is at 13,900. And now we're at 16,404. If I had one Bitcoin, that would have been a $2,000 profit just seeing this area right here, let alone all of these past indicators that, okay, prices are starting to get volatile, but it's going upwards and there's an ascending pattern, not a descending pattern. Does that help out, guys? Yes or no? Does that help out? That is the EMA tutorial of the day, I guess. Let me just increase my power here. If that helped out, like this video. How about this? If that helped out, like this video. I want to see how many people that helped. Yes, yes. Yes, awesome. Likes are going up. People are saying yes. That's a good sign. So now let's do this. Let's take another request after we do Verge. So let's go ahead and look at Verge really quick, guys. I know you guys want to look at Verge. So we'll pull up Verge. I know I promised that we'd look at Verge. Pretty much, we did see this ascending triangle here. And now it looks like we're seeing a breakout. This is pretty cool because, as you can see, there was this resistance descending pattern forming, and now we see this channel here forming in a horizontal with it looks like supports going around 17 cents, and then it looks like we're finding some resistance around 19 cents, a little over 19 cents, and then there's a clear channel forming here. Now what's interesting about this chart is you can also see that we found similar resistance levels right here around 19 cents back in, it looks like to be December 23rd. So this is an obvious sign here that if we can pass that level, that would be interesting. Now with Verge, we are hitting some all-time highs. I did see on the news bot, if you guys don't know, we do have our Discord here. If you guys are new to our channel, this is a free resource, open and available to all of you guys on every platform, whether it's a desktop or a mobile device. And what's cool is you can actually go to our news tab now and look at all of the current news. We have a bot that updates you guys with all of the trending news that matters the most. I didn't add everything to this. I just wanted the stuff that people cared about. But it did talk about Verge, and I saw some news today about what happened with Verge. Apparently it was a hoax, everything that happened from like what I saw. Oh, they also talked about IOTA's Tangle network that we talked about, where they created their own cryptography. You guys asked me why I was a little bit less bullish on IOTA, and you know that's really the reason why. It's because of their Tangle platform and how they're incorporating that. So yes, so if you guys look here, it says here, I did see this article today, and I'll show you exactly how it looks. But it talks about Verge and how it was apparently a hoax, and somebody right here, Verge hoax causes cryptocurrency investors to lose millions. So if we pop this one open, you guys can actually see here what happened with this Verge article. I do want to bring this up real quick so you guys can be aware, because maybe you guys aren't paying attention to our news feed, but if you are, and that's also a good thing, so you guys can stay up to date at all times. And we definitely plan to continuously improve the Discord. So as you guys continue to start using it in 2018, we do have some really big things planned for that. As soon as I can get my new system up and running, it's going to be a lot more efficient for our Patreons and especially our community members as well. So let's go ahead and pop this up here. And then as soon as this opens up, we can look at this here. But with Verge's price, what I'm thinking in terms of, you know, looking at this chart here is there's obvious support levels being built. And we haven't really seen some crazy consolidation or correction. You know, prices are still looking to move upwards in my opinion. We are forming several different patterns throughout this chart here. You can see there's a clear channel here where resistance was around 20 cents. I'm sorry, support was around 20 cents, but now it's turned into resistance. So a lot of times what you guys have to do is almost look at this chart. Like if you look at this aspect of the chart, just this area right here, it's pretty much inverse. And what that means is this right here, this channel here is forming off of the support of this channel's resistance, while the resistance on this channel is at 25 cents, whereas on this channel it's around 20 cents. Does that make any sense, guys? So that's exactly what we're seeing in this channel. It's pretty much this channel overlapping this one. And what sometimes happens is you see these channels switch sides. And what's cool about this is you also can see that we are over the EMA here too as well. So it looks like we're starting to bounce off the EMA. It looks like the RSI is low. Volume isn't too high right now. We did see a little bit of an increase in buy volume here. I'd be interested to see why that happened. Sometimes when you guys see an increase in volume, you really want to be, you know, diligent and find out why did that volume increase. Or if it's a high sell volume, you want to ask yourself, well, why is there a high sell volume here? And it's really important to do that so that you have an understanding of what's actually going on within this chart. Christopher Young just chatted on there. I just saw what you said, man. So let's go ahead and look at this article here. So pretty much there was an article written, it was on Reddit, and it talked about the hoax that occurred with Verge and how it, you know, took a lot of people to just kind of feel threatened by it, and then they sold their coins. But it talks about here, Verge hoax causes cryptocurrency investors to lose millions. And when you kind of look at this, you see people talking about it, but looks like it was removed, but it's probably to do with the fact that when the price dipped, the top wallet, or wallets, someone correct me if you need to, saw a huge increase in XVG added to the balance. IRC, someone described the top wallet as having nearly 4 billion XVGs consolidated to it. So apparently there's somebody holding a lot of coins, and it was a hoax. So, you know, regardless of that, it's cool to see the technical analysis. It does look like it is seeing some upside potential. This second pattern that's forming here is a little bit higher than this previous pattern. The channel is a little bit higher. You've got stronger support levels and stronger resistance levels, in my opinion, because as soon as this breaks out, this could see all-time highs like it already did. So I still like the technology behind Verge, guys. I mean, regardless of what you hear in the press, regardless of what's spread around the, you know, the news, that's not necessarily a credible area to get your information. At the end of the day, what you have to focus on is, what is the technology? Is the team reliable? And do they have a product that has the potential to have mass adoption? And that's the three things I look for when I'm looking at any sort of ICO. And then fourth is just an intuition of, should I actually invest in this technology? Do I believe in it? So let's take some requests, guys. Post your requests on the YouTube chat box. Who's here tonight? Who is live right now with Sniper's Tube? Somebody said, what do you think is a good exit point for Verge? Chrome. I would say you should have your exit point before you have your entry point. Write that one down, brother. But yes, I think you should have an exit point before you create an entry point, because now it's, I mean, there really isn't any good exit point. The exit point would be, what do you want to exit in? I mean, for me personally, I usually set up and I plan for my profits. Somebody said Neo, Litecoin. Oh, we got a super chat donation from R&D Edits. Why don't we take this question? Hey man, a pointer would help a lot for graph stuff. Yeah, I agree. I mean, all I have is the crosshairs. So I'm going to try my best to work on that. I will definitely put that in my whiteboard here so that I can work on that. I did try working on that earlier, but I thought the crosshairs would help out a lot. But I'm going to get a new system soon, so I'm sure we can find out how to get the cursor to show, thankfully. So because of our Patreon's generosity and support, we are going to be getting a new system very soon, sometime this upcoming week. BTC entry point. Well, price is going up, Johnny, so I think we're pretty low. What is your exposure? I'm not sure. I'm not sure my exposure is. Somebody said, will Vertcoin have a good future? That's a rhetorical. Do you think XRP reached, oh, that one went away. Do you think XRP reached its all-time high? I don't think so. Let's look at XRP. Who do we got talking? Gustavo Campos, Alexander, Jumanji. You guys watch that movie? Anybody watch Jumanji? Alaric, Gilmore, Chris Cosmo, Bob, Restney. We got a ton of cool people up here. No, McAfee didn't get back to me yet. We'll see what happens. We'll get him on an interview sometime soon. We have too much influence here. Connor, Thomas, Kevin, Alex. Wow, we got a lot of new people. Good to have all of you guys here. So here's what we're also going to do, guys. Just before we look at Ripple, I want to show you guys our Discord. This link is in the description below. It's an open resource that we've created for any beginner coming into cryptocurrency that wants to learn and have a community to become a part of, so that they can reflect and ask questions, and also just kind of peek in the community and see what's going on. You know, one thing that my mentor always taught me is knowledge is not power, but applied knowledge is power. So if you guys have knowledge, you want to be able to apply that somewhere, and this is a perfect place to do that, because you can engage in the community and apply yourself rather than just having this knowledge that will eventually fade away because you've never applied it. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to open up this area here. for the Patreons, I'm going to take some Patreon exclusive requests here in the Patreon chat. So we'll do that eventually. But let's go ahead and look at XRP really quick. So XRP USD Ripple. Let's pop this open. I also want to look at the market cap once again. It's always interesting to me to see where XRP is at in market cap. You know, totaling $48.3 billion right now in total market capitalization, $1.25, and we are 10% plus up right now in the past 24 hours. Obviously, we're seeing some price movements with Ripple. What impresses me the most about Ripple is the fact that it is able to maintain these price points and sustain its price levels without too much volatility. If you guys know, Ripple was around, I'd say 15 to 30 cents for almost 8 months, totaling from around December 12th throughout almost, I would say March-ish. We were hovering around those price levels. We saw this parabolic increase. You saw these channels form again. And what's always interesting about Ripple is, look at this, it keeps its price levels. So 74 cents. If you really think about it, you've never really seen Ripple take some really big downside and descending. You know, it's never really descended that much. It's never had a correction that was significant. It's never really had any sort of crazy decline in price, no crazy volatility. I mean, this right here is just minor in my opinion. You know, we hit $1.19, went down to around 78 cents, but we caught back up really fast. And what's really cool about this right now is we're breaking out and we are forming a little bit more resistance right around where we saw previous resistance, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Obviously, a resistance level is created because people are selling at that level. So maybe people that bought that really high, that bought Ripple really high, are just really excited now that they have the ability to sell. And that's why I always say to the newest traders, buy in the red, sell in the green, guys, because at the end of the day, prices will always eventually go up, especially in a growing market and emerging market like this. So have you guys ever sold in the red? If you've ever sold in the red, like this video or say yes in the chat. Let's see. Let's give some shout outs out. If you've ever sold in the red because it was an emotional decision and you were just like the next day, oh my gosh, why did I sell? There was no reason to sell. Let's see who here has felt that before, because I do that sometimes. Brian O'Connor said yes. FireClan said yes. Sasha said yes with a sad face, unfortunately. Crystal said no. I like that because you plan ahead. Eric, Ivan, Andrew, you said yes. Luigi said yes. I ain't selling nothing. Somebody said 17,000 Bitcoin resistance. I would say a little bit higher. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Saad said yes. John said yes. Crystal once again. Scott said no. Okay, interesting. Maximus said XRP is like that on purpose because banks don't like volatility. I agree. International said C. Look at that. He's international. Jawad said no. Somebody said, how can you not sometimes? LOL. Well, you know how you can't. You just plan ahead. That's what you do at the end of the day if you want to ensure that. Somebody said, what is your Discord? If some of the mods can post the Discord link, that would be amazing. Or just go to the description. You can actually pop up the Discord. And I think we just hit over 6,000 members, guys. I mean, this thing is blowing up. Everybody's excited to be on the Discord. It's a thriving community. And every time I'm on there, it's like we've got family, right? Do you guys agree with me? It's almost like a family when you get on that Discord. Johnny said yes once. You've only been on once? Rev said no. Well, unfortunately, you don't always like all your family members, right? I'm just kidding. Nick said yes. Steve said, bro, that Discord is lit. Anthony Stevens said, Sniper's Tube. Good to have you. What do you think of Tron, Restney? I think it was pumped pretty hard this week. That's what I think. McAfee didn't respond yet, that's for sure. Don said yes. Stan said yes, we're homies. Andika said yes. Keebert said yes. Awesome. Edwin said yes. We are the future. Nick Sasipio. That looks Italian. Last time I said it was Italian, I was wrong. So let's go ahead and finish this chart real quick, guys. So you can see XRP. There is some resistance here on $1.19. There's some resistance here on $1.16, 17 cents. So there's kind of this little barrier here that we have yet to see break out. I think once we see it break out of here, this may go to another big even, which would be around $1.50, possibly even higher than that. What's cool about this is, as you can see, we are bouncing on this EMA. So I'm going to start using EMA now that I've taught you guys. I feel like it's fine for me to use it. Hopefully it doesn't confuse the newest traders. But if you are confused, just go on Discord. I'm sure one of our community members will be more than willing to say, you know, hey, if you don't know what EMA is, this is what it is. Naeem described it on one of his streams. Or you can just rewind this stream and look up EMA. So as you can see, we saw this bounce here right on top of the EMA. It's still on top of the EMA. And I would say that we may see a little bit of consolidation because RSI is high, but overall, it looks like we are going towards an upward ascending pattern, and to create an ascending channel would be quite amazing at these price levels for Ripple, because that could easily start heading towards $2, which would be an interesting feat for Ripple. Quite the dramatic moment, I think, is going to happen when Ripple reaches $2. So let's take some more requests, guys. Let's post your requests here on the YouTube, and we'll see what you guys want to look at. So we'll take somebody's request. Let's look. OTSV said, what is RSI? It stands for Relative Strength Index. If the Relative Strength Index is over 70, if you look at the purple bar in the bottom, if it's over 70, which is over that dotted line, then it's overbought, which means it's probably going to drop in price. So what you'll see is when RSI is over 70, it typically drops. Just continue to watch our live streams and you'll eventually learn it, or get into the Discord. That would help out. Somebody said Dent, Icon, Litecoin, CND, ARDR. Juicebox said ETH. Matthew said Bitcoin. Joel said Ember. Sujan said CND again. Let's see here. Overlapping EMA. Interesting. Michael Morton. Patreon. I don't think that's a coin. Should we have a Snipers 2 coin? That'd be interesting. It's like the more you engage in the community, the more coins you accumulate. That'd be pretty cool. Stellar, TRX, IOTA, ETN, OMG, IOTA. You guys know how I feel about IOTA. What do you think of Electroneum? I own Electroneum. I have like a whole playlist on Electroneum if you want to know what I think about Electroneum. +1 to each is Tron, Funfair, Icon. Josh Fan said Colex. Interesting. Shaolin D. Nice name. I like that. Pedro Nieves. Alex Elcon. I like that last name, Elcon. Sounds like Akon. So we're going to take, let's just pick one. ETH. Let's do Ether. Ethereum. You guys know how much I like Ethereum. We'll do Litecoin after. We'll probably do ADA. But let's look at ETH. So ETH USD. Guess what? Here's what's interesting about Ethereum. With this huge price increase, we're not seeing much volatility with Ethereum right now. What I really like about this chart is we have some clear support here around $556 and some support here around $583. Now, what's interesting about this chart is we're seeing this ascending pattern start to form, and it initially looked as if we were going to see a cup and handle, but because it didn't break out and you saw this become overstretched, that completely eliminated what the cup and handle was meant to do. If you guys don't know what a cup and handle is, you can pull up our Discord and go to our Trading 101 here, which we will begin to upgrade and update more, but you can just go here and look at how a cup and handle looks and what it actually is supposed to mean. So that's pretty much, let's pull this up here. Where's the cup and handle, man? I think it's the first one right here. One of the first ones. So this is how the cup and handle looks, but as you can see, this was overstretched. This breakout that was supposed to happen is supposed to be a little bit sharper, and that's kind of like the opposite of what we saw. We saw more of a elongated breakout, which is fine. The only thing about this is it's kind of like, it was over the RSI. I'm sorry, it was over the EMA. Then it went under the EMA, and then it started bouncing on top of the EMA. But now you can see we're completely on top of the EMA. So I've got Ethereum. I'm holding some Ethereum right now, guys. You guys know this. If you are a Patreon and you guys share my portfolio, you know, we're still waiting to release that feature soon. So you guys will see that a little bit more. But I have released it in the Discord Patreon already. I've told you guys about that. I've talked about it in the voice chats before. So, you know, we're probably going to do a little bit more exclusive voice chats over the next couple of days as well before we do. Once again, we have a private live stream for our Patreons as well. That's going to be coming up probably on Friday, to be honest with you. We'll probably have one on Friday or Saturday, a private live stream for you guys. And it'll be a little bit more close-knit and just the Patreons and above. Actually, spotters and above. So you can also be a spotter. And to become a spotter, you just have to have a lot of engagement on the Discord, and it automatically will rank you up on there. So as you guys can see here, though, clear channel. I think this chart is just beautiful, being the fact that it's literally just bouncing off of its support and breaking resistance. So we saw previous resistance around $711, and now we've broken it. So it's kind of following the path of Bitcoin and several other currencies. But what the most interesting aspect of this to me is the fact that we're so close to these all-time highs around $852. I have a really good feeling that we're eventually going to just break through these all-time highs. I like drawing these lines around these support levels because what happens is, something I can highly recommend to each and every one of you guys is start drawing lines at the resistance and support levels as you look at a chart, because what you'll find is you'll eventually start determining where the channels are at. And when you can see where the channels are at, you can see where's this price heading towards. So right now you can see that we've entered this brand new channel. What used to be resistance is now support. And if you guys know how resistance and support works, if you guys don't know what that means, it's also on our Discord. Just go under Trading 101. And once you continuously form those lines, it almost creates like a highway for you to just look at and say, okay, we're in the far left lane right now, we're in the right lane, we're in the middle lane right now. And when you know what lane you're in, you know exactly where you want to go. So shout out to Jose Banuelos for becoming a new Patreon. Jose, thank you. Shout out to Euros Glad as well. Nice name, Euros with the S. That's cool. And then shout out to Joffrey Mazier. Shout out to Stacy O'Neill as well. New Patreons, guys. So, yeah, hopefully that helped out a little bit. Just understanding channels and being able to draw those out and knowing how to really plan while you're watching a chart. What's up, Jonathan Silver? Said, yo. So now we'll take some Patreon requests here. Now that we just got some new Patreons, I think it's fair to say, let's go to Patreon chat here. If you guys want to request something, you guys are more than welcome to do so right now. Let's go ahead and see what requests we have here in the Patreon chat. Homer said Litecoin and XLM, brother. Why don't we look at Litecoin and XLM then? We'll choose one of those. Why don't we go to the YouTube chat and then ask you guys, Litecoin or XLM? Which one first? Litecoin or XLM? Somebody said Tron. Jimmy said Litecoin. Ed Art said Tron. Eden said ICX. That's neither of them then. Vensa said Litecoin. FireClan said XLM. Goldpill said XLM. Scott XLM. Resny XLM. Oh my gosh. I'm going to invest in Litecoin. Everybody's on XLM. I'm going to go Litecoin. Dude, observe, by the way, I made that. I just threw my bottle, made it. That's hilarious. Always observe the masses and do the opposite. Write that one down. So let's go ahead and look at XLM. I was going to do Litecoin, but XLM won by far. The first couple of them were... Oh, man. No, he said... Yeah, it's XLM. Okay, perfect. So I've been watching this chart. I'm looking to make some positions here with Stellar. And that's why you can see a lot of this chart movement. But what really gets me a little bit nervous about investing with this right now is that I haven't seen us bounce on this EMA. And I look at EMA a lot, guys. You know, I just don't usually talk about it. But now that I've taught you guys that, it's fine for me to talk about it. But I just don't see too many bounces off of the EMA, which makes me feel like we're still in this downward trend. You know, really, this is the first time that we kind of broke free from that. but I don't think it was significant enough for me to say that it was, you know, the right way. Here, we can also draw this out too. We'll actually change the color of this channel right now, and I'll show you guys what we'll do. We can put this resistance and support level. So this is the support level here around 18 cents, and it looks like we're seeing some minor resistance here around 22 cents. So it's a very thin channel, but I like thin channels because that can easily show you where the breakouts can occur. The thing with this chart is it's so volatile, guys. When you see a chart this volatile, it's hard to really determine where price movement is heading. And you can see overall we are seeing this decline and this descending price, but I think all in all, we may see some upside. I believe in Stellar as a technology, as a value investor. So once again, you can either be a trader or a value investor, and I am both. I would consider myself more so a value investor because I feel like the benefits are a lot more rewarding. So as you look at this one-day chart, though, you see this just parabolic run up, which sometimes can be scary because that could just be speculative value and it doesn't determine actual intrinsic value. And even as a value investor, that could be a dangerous move, or it could be a good move. You know, if you guys bought Amazon at the peak of the bubble, when the .com bubble popped, if you held until today, you would most likely be a multimillionaire depending on how much stocks you bought from Amazon back then. So what I would say in this type of chart is just to be cautious. If I see something like this, I typically like to set up stop losses just in case, because being that we are in a speculative market, we are in a bubble, guys. There's no doubt about that. But bubbles aren't a bad thing. You just have to know how to trade in the bubble. And the one thing I can tell you about trading in a bubble is increase your risk management. If you increase your risk management, you can ensure that you'll at least be safe enough not to lose more than you're willing to. And, you know, I've gotten messages before from people that said, hey, I lost all this money. And I'm just like, man, you need to manage your risk. So let's go ahead and the PH Danny said, how can we get the EMA indicator? You pretty much, shout out to Mambu, new subscriber. You just pretty much right click here and then type in insert indicator, and then you can type in exponential moving average. That's what it stands for. But what I'm actually doing right now, I'm actually looking to get some custom indicators built for us just for the Snipers Tubes channel here. So I have this guy here named Grant. He actually created the crypto adjusted exponential moving average. I'm going to see if he can actually streamline this all for the Snipers community to use in their charts. Would you guys want me to do that? Say yes and like this video if you guys would like me to streamline the cryptocurrency exponential moving average that's custom made and built for your TradingView charts. And I can work with Grant on that. And then shout out to Theo Sonis for becoming a new Patreon. Theo, thank you, Theo. Good to meet you, brother. Dave said yes. Dawn said yes. Sasha said hell yes. Albo said yes. Nick said yes. Julio Torres said sí. Sí, papi. Jawad said yes. Awesome, awesome. Good. A lot of people said yes. Alex, the TRX chart does not pull up on this channel, on TradingView, so unfortunately I don't do TRX here. That's why I took it off the title. Shout out to Thomas Gamar, a new super chat donation here. He says, Ember coin, should we buy? Looks like exploding soon. I wouldn't mind looking at Ember coin. Let's pop it up really quick just to see if it is in the top 50. If it's not in the top 50, it's going to be hard to really do a analysis on it because typically that won't show on TradingView. And not only that, sometimes there's a lot of price manipulation. So yeah, Ember coin is ranked 482. It has a $4 million market cap. I would never invest in a coin that has that low of a market cap, in my opinion, just because there are people that have that much money and that can easily influence this price. Not that it's a bad project. If it's a good project, then maybe, you know, if you believe in it that much, you can invest in it. But at the end of the day, these coins are just so small. And I'd rather play the big market, not the small market. That's just my opinion. I'd rather invest in, you know, because if something's going to become the Facebook or the Microsoft of industry, you're going to notice it. Like, it's not just going to stay at $4 million market. It's going to be $50 million market cap, a $200 million market cap, and it'll continue to rise from there, you know. So I try to stay away from coins that have less than at least I would say 100 million in market cap. Let's go ahead and look at our Patreon Discord, and we'll go ahead and take some requests here. So let's see which requests we have here. How to know if the coin is low priced in its actual value while value investing. Normal, you can't really tell. At the end of the day, you have to understand that in a bubble, you're basing prices off of speculative value rather than intrinsic value. And intrinsic value is the tangible value of an item, an asset, or a commodity. And in this case, we're looking at cryptocurrency. So it's not necessarily known yet what the intrinsic value is. Therefore, we're in a speculative market, just like the dot-com bubble where people had no idea what this technology was actually going to do. And now you can see it's changed everything. So I believe blockchain is the same exact thing. It's going to change a lot of different industries. I believe we're going to see a lot more adoption. I believe that we're going to see a lot more change in every industry, whether it's real estate, whether that's your logistics, if you're working in hospitality, if you work in the medical field, if you're a first responder, you know, if you're a firefighter, if you're a nurse, if you're a medical assistant, if you're a dentist, if you're a podiatrist, if you're a pediatrician, if you're an engineer, if you're a programmer, if you're, you know, IT, if you do sales, right? If you're doing face-to-face sales, telesales, I believe it's going to change every single industry. And for all of you guys to be here on the journey is just something that I couldn't ask for anything more than just you guys being a part of our community. And I thank all of you guys so much because I think together we can make a big difference just by staying unified, because at the end of the day, we're here before Wall Street, and there hasn't been that many markets where Main Street was before Wall Street. And that's something that my mentor actually taught me. He said, Naeem, you got to understand that the market that you're in right now, you're in this market, but the Wall Street money hasn't even kicked in yet. So have fun. Let's go ahead and look at what's popping here in the Discord. So somebody said Litecoin. I saw another chat. Somebody said, could you please talk about Litecoin, Pawal? So we'll talk about Litecoin. Let's pop this up here. Let's pull up LTC. So pretty much for XLM, I would say to just be cautious. Like I said, it is on a decline. If this can break this resistance, then it could possibly reverse and then start heading upwards. It is bouncing on the EMA, so that's good. Let's pull up Litecoin US dollar. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that baby right there, guys. Do you guys see this chart? You guys know what this chart is? What do you guys think this chart is? Let's take a quick guess. See if people know. What do you guys think this chart is? Jeff Rome said, love the quote. Leighton said, bull flag. Gerald said, pennant. Wendy said, McAfee coin. Bruce asked a question. I'd love to answer, Bruce, but we're asking a question here. Pennant, ascending triangle, pennant, bull flag, pennant, longest pennant, ascending, pennant, support, pennant, triple drop, head and shoulder, not a head and shoulder, stabilizing, overextended flag, head and shoulders, bull flag, pennant. Somebody said, don't know, but it's pretty. Well, it's pretty until you lose a lot of money because you don't know what's going on, or maybe even the fact that you kind of hesitate with calling the move, and you can't be hesitant in the market, guys. See, that's something you guys have to understand. You have to be extremely confident with your trades and what you're doing. But in my opinion, when I'm looking at a chart like this and I see that there's price movements obviously here extending itself, I try to just draw out a channel first. Obviously, you've got some support levels here. Typically, coins in the crypto market don't see this type of stability, so it's rare to see this. You can see this a lot in the stock market or the forex markets, but you see there's a clear resistance level right up here. And I wouldn't really call too much of a pattern. I wouldn't even call this a pennant for one reason. I think this is a little bit too steep to be called a pennant. If you guys look at how a pennant actually looks, I'll show you guys right over here. With a pennant, you don't want to see that type of steepness. And you have to be very specific when looking at these graphs here. So as you can see, pennants typically come from an ascending pattern. With this chart, it's not necessarily ascending, it's descending before you saw this pennant type of shape form. And I think a lot of people get confused, and that's why I wanted to ask you guys that question. You guys have to understand that these charts and these patterns, they're not just something that you can just call out just like out of the blue, like, oh, this is this for sure 100%. I mean, it's never 100%. Nothing's ever guaranteed. And when you see something like this form, this is just extremely overstretched. You know, it doesn't really indicate that there's a pennant forming. It doesn't indicate a descending triangle. I don't think it even indicates a extending flag or you know, an overextended flag. So I think this is just a coin that's in its moderate levels here. Volume is extremely low. Not a lot of people are focused on Litecoin right now. And as you guys know, I asked that question, Litecoin or XLM. Everybody said XLM. So is that a good thing? 100%. I would consider this low prices for Litecoin, guys. You can see that this support level has actually built itself for so long. This was a previous support here around December 14th, which is now finding support all the way in December 26th. So what does that mean for Litecoin? It means that there's obvious ground here. And if there is ground here, guess what? This is a low point in price. Here's what I like to do. So when traders say I like to buy low, right? Well, does that mean you buy at the bottom of the channel? No, because what if it goes under the channel? You start to see the pattern descend. I like to buy at the top of the channel while prices are low. So I would write that down. Buy at the top of the channel while prices are low. So this is a perfect example of that. Prices are low because all-time high is like around $380, while currently we're sitting around $281. So that's almost a $100 difference there. So if I invested $1,000 here, I could easily make $300 just from this going back to where the all-time highs were. So what I would say in this type of chart is to just kind of understand the fact that there's a channel forming. If this breaks out and you start seeing a little bit more volume, you see volume increasing, you see the RSI at a good level, it's healthy, then this could be a potential buying point for Litecoin. So if you guys are looking to get your Litecoin positions in, I would say that, you know, this is great time. And what's cool about when you have these levels is you can always set up these stop losses at certain places where now, even if the price does descend below this support channel, then you'll be fine. You'll be good to go. I mean, you won't really be in any sort of worry. So what is RSI? Raymond Gonzalez. You got to just stick around, Raymond. Stick around the team a little bit more. You know, we do these live streams every night, and we do a video in the daytime, and we always talk about RSI, but it stands for Relative Strength Index. It's a way for you to determine where the prices are at, if something is overbought or oversold. What I'll tell you right now, guys, tonight we're going to be doing an open night owl tonight. So everyone here is invited to our night owl tonight. We're going to actually open it up on our Discord, and a night owl is pretty much where you guys can actually ask me questions one-on-one. If you guys don't know, that Discord has a feature where you guys can almost, it's almost like Skype in a way. You can actually chat. Now, the whole Discord server in general is almost like this huge forum that's combined with all of these social media platforms. It's one of the coolest things I've ever used. The link is in the description below. But the night owl is going to be a voice night owl. So you pretty much go down to live stream here and you click night owl. I'm going to open this up shortly. Once I open this up, this will fill up very fast. So make sure you get your spot in there. But we'll do a one-on-one where you guys can actually ask me questions and then chat amongst yourselves as well. And then I'll also talk a little bit. I mean, night owls are awesome. Somebody said the night owl was really good 2 days. Yeah, 2 days ago we had a really crazy night owl. Those night owls get pretty crazy, guys. Somebody said that was one of the best night owls. Yeah, no, I mean, we get pretty real. I mean, it's uncut, uncensored, unversed. It's just straight real talk, and we get really deep sometimes. Sometimes it's just, you know, answering questions, but for the most part, I've seen things get really deep. We have our whole admin team there too. So Gory said night owl, not night out. Yes. Why must I verify my phone number to join the Discord? Dave said, why must I verify my phone number? Because that's why our community has so much integrity. We've actually set up security measures. You can't use a Google Voice number. You have to actually have a physical phone number, a local phone number in order to even be in our Discord. And I actually had a moderator come to me and say, hey man, we got like 5 people here that aren't able to join. And I was like, you know, if 1,000 people can join and 5 can't because they don't have ability to get a phone number, then I'm fine with that. Because at the end of the day, I don't care about the numbers. I don't care about just getting a ton of people. Even on this channel, I don't want to have, you know, 100,000 subscribers that don't engage in the community. I'd rather have 10,000 subscribers or 20,000 subscribers that are engaged and actually wanting to participate. And people that I know, you know, I feel like I know a lot of you guys, you know. Sky Cubby, Julio Torres, Lift Heavy, Julio Torres, sorry. So, you know, that's kind of like why I've set up the Discord that way, to ensure that we only have the best of the best in the Discord and that we can't have any people that are willing to just spam us. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. But anyways, yes, we'll be doing our Discord. The link is in the description below. We're going to get there shortly, guys. I am going to take another YouTube request here before we hop onto the Discord. So let's look at some YouTube comments here. What's up, Jill Herrera? Good to have you. Go ahead and comment a request right now on the chat box. We'll take your requests today, guys. Yeah, I did see BitConnect go up. Oh, shout out to Maximus Prometheus. We got some super chat donations. Thank you, Maximus. Thank you, Matt Credland. What are your thoughts on bread? BRD. Please check PRL, GNT, and STX. I'm pretty sure a lot of those are smaller coins. I do apologize because it's going to be hard for me to look at the smaller coins once again. Yeah, STX is a little bit, it's ranked 269. PRL, I mean, these are ICOs, guys. STX is at $28 million market cap. I mean, what am I supposed to do with a coin with 20? I mean, anybody, any whale can just completely manipulate a price like that. You know, I'm very hesitant to purchase into coins like that. A lot of times, even the companies themselves can put money into that. Even Oyster Pearl, it's 20 million of a market cap. It's too low for me to analyze. It won't even pull up on my trading view. So that's just kind of the fact of the matter with that. You know, if you're going to request a coin, make sure it's something that is popular. Golem, I think, is a little bit more popular. Rank 45. I think we could pull up GNT. Let's see if GNT pulls up here. So we do have a GNT chart here. Let's pull up Golem. So we'll do a quick analysis here. Maybe you guys can learn a couple things from this chart here. We can do Golem. Shout out to Maximus here for the super chat donation. So Golem, interesting. So we're still hitting resistance levels. This is actually really cool. Because we drew this out I remember we drew this out a while ago, and it looks like we're still at these huge these resistance levels. We're not seeing any sort of breakout past this top resistance level. So what I would say about Golem, it looks like, oh, look at that. Whoa. That is a beautiful cup and handle, guys. This could be breaking out soon, guys. Wow, I'm really glad we found this, guys. This is going to be a breakout. Oh, look at that volume, too. That's a huge sell volume, so that's a sell wall that can now turn into a buy wall. This might be probably the best coin we've seen all week. So let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about this coin. Wow, this is gorgeous. Let's talk about this coin, guys. This is a beautiful coin. So what is a cup and handle, right? Let's go ahead and draw out this cup and handle. I'm going to clear these charts here, all this drawing equipment. We're gonna make this look a little bit nicer. So check this out, guys. You've got a cup base here. You have a very clear cup base. What we'll do, we'll actually just use a different color. We'll use yellow. So you've got the cup base here. You've got some really nice depth here within the cup. You've got this initial ascending price. ascends up. You see the cup form. You see this depth once again, and then you see the cup base right here around 73 cents. I think this is probably the best pick we've seen today. And now breakout has just occurred right here. And what's really cool about this, guys, what I really like about this this chart is the cup and handle is forming at the resistance level. What does that mean? That means that it's almost like you're cocking the gun right at the resistance level. So when you shoot up, you're going to shoot high. This could be a potential buy. I think it's going to be nice to track this. I'm going to be posting this up. But let me go ahead and teach you guys what a cup and handle looks like. So this is a cup and handle. If you guys go in our Discord, remember, this is an open resource for you guys. This is exactly what a cup and handle looks like. So you see the price. First, you see the ascending price point, right? So you look here, look at the yellow. You see that ascending price, right? Once you see the price ascend, now you're looking to see, is it going to form some depth? And as you can see here with this chart, you see a little bit of depth. And then that base kind of rounds itself out. It goes up, and then it slightly goes down a little bit to form that little handle. As you guys can see, you saw that little handle form, and then it breaks past where the handle is, which it already happened. So this could definitely be a potential breakout. I'm actually going to put a trade in on this one. I like charts like this. I do have some TRX Bitcoin ready to trade, so I'm going to actually trade this one. You know, man, I'm a swing trader at heart. You guys, sometimes you guys get me with these charts. Like, I'm like, all right, no trades for today. And then I'm like, well, this is really nice. I'm probably going to set up a buy order right here at 78 cents. I'll probably go 50% there, and then I'll probably go 50% at 79 cents. I'll probably put 2 orders in. So that's what I would do for this coin, guys. And I think that was a perfect way to just kind of end this live stream, guys. If you guys want to tune into our Night Owl, everybody just click the link in the description below. Once again, we do a live stream every single night, and we also do a video in the daytime, and it's a video that's on my mind. Typically, it's either a price prediction. We're looking at coins that are in the market. That's pretty much what we do. My skills in technical analysis, so I take advantage of that. And once again, we're going to have a lot more videos coming soon. We're going to have a lot more upgraded equipment. You're not going to see this anymore. I'm going to be behind a green screen. I'm just going to be showing up. I'm going to be a little bit more enlarged. The audio is going to be better. Everything's going to be better. The computer is going to be smoother. I'm going to have a second monitor open for my chats. I'm going to have a ton of stuff, guys. I'm getting a GTX 1070 graphics card, so I'm going to be pushing that just for the live streams. We're working really hard to make sure that we can get the equipment up and running, and that's why I thank every one of you Patreons. We also have a lot of monthly costs as well, so it's really helpful to be a Patreon because we're going to be maintaining the Discord, which isn't free. We're also going to be maintaining the website that we're going to be starting up soon. It's going to be a free resource for you guys. So all of that is coming up for Snipers Tube. We're going to be doing some interviews. I did get invited to Singapore for the blockchain conference to cover that as well. I'm thinking about it. As long as it's not going to take away from my daily live streams and my daily videos, then I'm totally fine with that. We can always add videos on top of that. We're also going to have new content creators, new crypto content creators coming soon. Southwest Florida, Stuart? What's up, brother? I'm in Orlando, Florida. So, Bacardi, man, that was, I'll post it on the Discord. It's, what was it? Golem. So check this out, guys. So, so we're going to have all of this coming up. I'm also going to have some professional cryptocurrency investors on this live stream soon. This channel has just been awesome, guys. We're past 12,000 subscribers. Alan knows all of the numbers. We're going to talk more about it at the Night Owl, but I think we reached over 6,000 Discord members, and things it's just been popping, guys. And I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you guys. And what I'll tell you right now is, as long as you stick by our side, you're going to see this channel grow. You're going to see a lot of great things to come, and you can be a part of the movement. So with that being said, guys, we're all going to be heading towards our Discord. The link is in the description below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. St. Petersburg, Florida. What's up, man? That's one of my favorite places to visit. Love St. Pete. You got the Dali Museum there. You ever been to the Dali Museum? We'll see. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Grant said, how do I get into the Night Owl? So this is how you guys get in. There's a Discord link in the description. There's a desktop version. There's a mobile version. There's a web version. So you need to be able to get in one of them at least. And then it's going to take you to this Discord. You're going to see all of these different places here. You guys can look through this later. But what we'll do is just scroll all the way down to this left-hand side and then click Night Owl. And then that, you see people are already filling this up. So make sure you get in now before your spot gets taken. And right here in the Night Owl, you guys are going to be able to either listen in or chat with us. So you can just listen in if you're an introvert. If you're an extrovert, you can talk and ask questions. If you're a ambivert, then you can do both. So shout out to Khalil Malik, just pledged, became a Patreon. Thank you so much, Khalil. That means a lot. Oh, by the way, for our patrons, we're going to be doing a private live stream on Friday when I get the new equipment, or Saturday. We'll talk about it. You guys will get your announcement soon. But I really appreciate you guys more than anything. So we're going to do some awesome stuff with you guys. Private live streams, private phone calls, private everything. So it's going to be awesome. With that said, guys, everybody's excited. Yes, love you guys. Thank you so much. And snipers out. See you on Discord.